Dr. Oloronji Idiot Adebule, to the glory of God and service to the good people of Lagos State, we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to our dear mother. Hey, Muslimi Odudu Esibili. Excellency, we bid you welcome on this auspicious occasion. Let's now take the national anthem. Together, after the count of three, we'll take the national anthem. 1, 2, 3, go. Rise, patriots, Nigerians call obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. Thy labor past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one day shall born in freedom, peace and unity. God bless you all as well.
We want to adore you and thank you for a beautiful day like this. We thank you for what you've been doing for us, how you've been keeping us safe. We thank you for greater things you have in store. As we start this program to enlighten ourselves, to encourage ourselves to always be safe, help us, O Lord, in all our deliberations. We do not just want to hear it, but we want to practice it and make safety our lifestyle. And so shall it be in Jesus' name. Thank you, everlasting Father. In Jesus' name I pray.
God bless you, Mother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Oloronji Adebule. Good morning, ma'am. Very nice of you to join us this morning. The DG of the Lagos State Safety Commission, Dominga Adebumi, the celebrants of today's festivities, I say good morning to you myself. My task this morning is very simple, but before I go on, I will say, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. My task this morning is a very straightforward one, very simple. I won't be taking too much of your time. The issue of safety is taken very, very seriously by the Lagos State government. When we in government started the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, the LASEMA, they were to respond to emergencies and problems that had happened. Subsequent to that, government in its wisdom decided that we need to begin to institutionalize what prevents those disasters and those mishaps from happening. So the issue of safety for Lagos State is manifold. It isn't only that we want to prevent you from injuring yourself, because that itself has its own domino effect, the cost of treatment, the cost of going to hospital, and the cost of your loss of work, man hours, etc. The main problem or the main issue of establishing a safety culture is actually to change a mindset. For us to begin to understand that safety is actually what brings about peace and development. And we need to understand that it isn't simply, I don't want to injure myself or I don't want to injure somebody else, as important as that may be. Because when a society is safety conscious, not only do they bring about safety within their own environment for themselves, they actually begin to consider the larger society. They start to consider the effects of what they are doing or what they are not doing on the larger society. And when you look at countries that seem to have developed, they are not magicians, they don't have two heads. They simply have a mindset that follows certain rules, certain norms, and certain laws. And they buy into those things as citizens of that country. I say many times, and I'll try and be very brief, democracy isn't just about you being able to abuse me, or even Her Excellency and not go to prison, like in the military era. No. Democracy is about what you are going to contribute and how you are going to make the society work. Because no government can do everything for you. And in fact, no government can do anything if you don't buy into it. It's not going to happen, regardless of what is said. So the critical aspect of the safety idea and the culture of safety is for government to show the way and lead and deal with things such as compliance. But the bottom line is, every one of us needs to decide that the future that I want to be part of it. Because no future will come that you want to be part of if you don't work for it. The future that I want to see, I need to be part of it. Because my dad used to tell me that the only way to do things is the right way. Because the wrong way is not a way to do things. I won't bore you too long, but to welcome you and thank you all very much for coming. I understand we have various associations here that will be giving safety cards. Please, apart from the cards, we need to understand the wider concept of safety and try and help government to help you. Once again, Your Excellency, I thank you very much for coming. The Director General, I thank you for organizing this. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so very much. The Permanent Secretary, Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Dr. Adiremi Disalu MNI. We thank you so very much, sir. Speakly and very briefly, talk about safety moments for us to really understand the message we pass on. Mrs. Aino, please, with due respect to you.
High Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Special Duties, my DG, CEO, Lagos State Safety Commission, others on the high table, and everybody who else seated here. Good morning to everybody. The safety moment is all about making you aware of what to do in case there is any emergency within this auditorium. Here in the auditorium here we have 5 exits. We have 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and then 1 at the rear. You can make use of any of these exits in case of any emergency. The one that is nearest to you, you can use it to get out of the premises of this auditorium, I mean. Right to my left, when you step out, there is an assembly point right to the back of the auditorium where we can all move to, and then we take the roll call in case of any emergency. If we need to use the restroom, you can make use of the exit at the rear of the auditorium. There is the female restroom and the male restroom that you can use. We believe that we're going to have a good time here. We're going to learn a lot so that we can continuously make safety a lifestyle in all our endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ainonde, for that brief moment talking about safety. You can now understand why safety is not only key, but essentially essential in making life better for everyone. So from there on, it is now time to listen to the Director General of the Lagos State Safety Commission, the CEO in charge, Mrs. Dominga Odebori, for my government.
Your Excellency, representing the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, and Her Excellency, Ms. Dr. Mrs. Oluranti Adegbile. Thank you very much. The Permanent Secretary, Dr. Aderemi Desani Emena, and of course, distinguished eminent personalities on the high table, and of course, in the auditorium, gentlemen of the press. You're all welcome to the 5th edition of Lagos State Safety Week, tagged last week, 2015. This is in commemoration of the World Day for Safety and Health, with the theme, Join in Building a Culture of Prevention on Occupational Safety and Health. When Lagos State Safety Commission was established 4 years ago, the awareness was barely at about 5%. Quickly, through vigorous sensitization and advocacy in all the 5 divisions of the state, awareness rose very quickly to 25%. Kudos to you and I. Today, Your Excellency, the awareness level has gone up to about 44%. But now that we know that safety is about the removal of the hazards that we have hitherto allowed, created by ourselves, or even accommodated, invariably removing or controlling anything or person with the potential to harm you or harm for well-being is a collective responsibility. It therefore goes without saying that if every individual took measures to remove harm from each other, our state and our country will be a better place. Our socio-economic development, our environment will be more sustainable. Your Excellency, Lagos has become the dream home, our workplace for many far and wide. With a uniqueness that flourishes on constant review of government programs, policy improvements, and making life worth living for every citizen in the state. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I make bold to say that since inception, the Commission and our stakeholders, example, the MDA inspectors, that's the ministry, departments, and agencies of government, various inspectorates from state and federal, state advocates, safety advocates, accredited safety practitioners, ambassadors, champions, safety professionals of safety institutes, both locally and internationally, have all been able to do things collectively to reduce incidences of accidents in our workplaces. Our schools have not been left behind. I must say that out of the scorings of awareness on safety, our schools have achieved 55%. It certainly is a plan that is important that we must carry on this track to indeed make our schools a safer schooling environment and to protect our children. Construction and manufacturing industries are beginning to wake up to their safety obligations. You will see when you walk around that people are beginning to wear their PPEs. But I must reiterate that wearing the personal protective equipment is a last resort. Indeed, it is something that you must have, but you must have embedded safety in your design and in your implementation. And so therefore, they have seen that not only will you save life, but it makes good business judgment. Lagos is a cosmopolitan, livable city, and our activities are governed with order, in which building a culture of prevention is fundamental to many of our aspirations. While reflecting on needless loss of lives and limbs experienced everywhere dotted in Nigeria, recent, we just had one not too long ago, sometime a couple of days. It is time that accounting for lives become more meaningful. As I round up on my welcome speech, Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I implore us to enjoy how some of these achievements were made on the next short documentary that will also be beamed on the screen here. But I must say, as we sit here today, I want us to be rapidly attentive to the speeches, to the technical sessions, and of course, Her Excellency's presentation speech very soon. Thank you for listening. As we work safe and live safe. Thank you very much.
Olunwati Adebole, I smiled. You know why I smiled? For those of you who know Madame very well, I mean Her Excellency, you will now know that even before this thing come under Madame, it has been a tough commitment and dedication. Now under a woman who believes in the best that is the best, in all that is best, then you know say Wahala don't come. It's the positive I'm talking about, which means whether we like her or not, with Her Excellency, to them, that safety, we must drive it home. Please let's welcome this woman, who is not only an activist, she was an activist, she's still an activist, and will remain an activist to the core. Her Excellency, Dr. Idiot Olunwati Adebole, Deputy Governor, Lagos State. Your Excellency.
Please be seated. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You all agree with me that safety na koko, and I pay the indulgence to please sit with us that is really koko. The Government Secretary, Ministry of Special Cases, Mr. Dr. Adere Desani, MNI. I love that title. The Director General, Lagos State Safety Commission, Mrs. Benita Ojebumi, Madam, well done. The Director of Factory Inspectorate, Federal Ministry of Labor and Productivity, Mrs. Arokudaje, ably represented by Mrs. Petrine Famushi, the Presidency of Safety Professional of Nigeria, Dr. Danladi, equally welcome, and the Chairman, Licensed Electrical Contractors Association of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter, Engineer Monday. The President's House Painters Association of Nigeria, Alhaji Sikiru of Yetunde. Representative of Director of Occupational Health and Safety, Minister of Health, Dr. Abdulrashid Kolade. Our distinguished discussants, Mr. Adelika Adebiyi and Mrs. Roke Ojeneye, other top government functionaries here present, distinguished awardees, members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to hear you this morning and this day, wherein we celebrate the Lagos State Safety Week. I'm here this morning representing the Governor, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, who for other state matter to which he had earlier been committed to, could not be here this morning to join us. But because of his passion and his determinations to ensure that we all uphold safety in Lagos, safety measures in Lagos, he's directed that I should be here to read his address. I will now read the address of His Excellency, the Governor, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. In recent times, incidents of building collapse, traffic, fire mishap, and other avoidable accidents resulted from lack of adherence to safety standards have become rampant. This has become a cause for concern. Of particular concern is the recent boat mishap and trailer tanker caused accident in which innocent lives were lost. I believe that the time has come for all stakeholders in public safety, including relevant government agencies, to rise up to the challenge. It is not enough to have safety regulations and standards. They must be enforced and complied with to prevent avoidable loss of property and lives as well as injuries. In the light of this, the theme of this year's event, join in building a culture of prevention for occupational safety and health, is appropriate. While it is true that accidents are realities of life, we can, by actions, reduce the frequency of occurrence and the degree of fatality when they occur. As a government that cares about the safety and welfare of the citizens, nothing short of strict adherence to safety rules and standards will be acceptable. Relevant provisions of the law will be applied against erring individuals, organizations, and government officials implicated in any identified case of negligence or compromise that results in avoidable injury or loss of lives. As we time this year's World Safety Day, I implore all stakeholders, health, environment, safety practitioners, and other enforcement agents, and ensure compliance with appropriate safety measures. This will go a long way to avert disasters and tragedies that ultimately traumatize the victims and their family members. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank all of you for finding time to be here this morning, and thank you for your attention. God bless. Itesiwaju Ojewale Akinwumi Ambode, Governor of Lagos State. I thank you all for your attention.
Can we rise and give you a basic please to Our Excellency, Deputy Attorney General, please. Before
I drop the mic, I'm going to create the judges that I will soon leave for another program. But I enjoy you all to please listen attentively to all the discussants, and they present to us their own advice for us going forward on how to ensure safety in and around Lagos. I thank all of you again for this wonderful and well-planned.
Thank you very much, Excellency. The Mountain Park, we got much. From the SSGE to the Deputy Governor, inshallah, to another higher level. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's be seated. Share what you hear, the man come back. Ambo. Èkó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní o Ambo. Ajẹmọ́jẹ̀gbádùn, ajọmọ́ àsìkò. Ẹ rántí, ẹ mọ wáyé mo fọkàn wá síbẹ̀. A fẹ́ kí àwọn nǹkan kan, a fẹ́ kí màmá wa rí kí wọ́n tó lọ. Ìyẹn ni pé àǹfààní tá à ń sọ pé a máa jẹ nígbà yẹn. Ajọmọ́jẹ̀gbádùn, ajọmọ́ àsìkò. Èkó ò lè bàjẹ́, Èkó tẹ̀síwájú, àárín. So we call on the DG for Excellency to please see this before she leaves.
the presentation of safety cards and launching of Whistle initiative. The DG, CEO, Lagos State Safety Commission, alongside the Permanent Secretary, will do this for us for the history.
Move back, website. Easy now.
Trying to adjust that. Okay, as I read your name, we are going to move forward and collect a handshake from Her Excellency. And of course, Her Excellency will have one or two whisper words for you so that you remember that when you got that handshake on behalf of the entire team, you will remember what was said and you must put it in place. So I call on the first person, Alabi M. Bamidele. Can you come forward, please?
Hope that you will continue to hold all the safety measures that are there with the last that have helped you with that. Thank you. Please keep it up.
Engineer Monday Etitale, please come forward. That's the president of the Licensed Electrician Association of Nigeria.
Well, as president, I just have a few words for you because you are our ambassador. And I hope that you would please continue following. Because to enjoy all the members of the association, please keep up safety.
Thank you. Can we also have Otumba Mayegun Ogunsoya come forward, please? That's the vice president of the Licensed Electrician Association of Nigeria.
Thank you so much, sir, for being a good ambassador of the Safety Commission. Please enjoin others to join you so that we can have a better life. Thank you.
Can we also have Bada Wahid Olanlekan? That's the public relations man, so he's going to advocate more.
Now, this advocacy should not be only limited to the association. Please take it to the street, take it to all work environments so that Lagos can continue to grow in the path that we have set aside safety.
Let us have Rahman Badakale Razak come forward, please, and obtain your handshake and your safety card. He's the General Secretary of the Association of Electricians.
So when they receive you, you're going to have a tag on your chest, indicating that you are a safety ambassador. Thank you so much for all that you do. Adeyelu Aki Peters,
Are you here? Oluwole Solomon. Quickly, come forward. Don't miss your handshake because Madam has an award for you.
So, Mr. Solomon, congratulations. I present you new safety card. Hope you're going to continue to be a good ambassador, and of course, not limit yourself, your household, members of your church, members of your congregation, wherever you go, let them know and have one of the best ambassadors for safety around the country. Thank you.
Olayiwola Olakunle, quickly come forward. And as Olayiwole comes forward, let's have Michael Windoye come also quickly.
I present you your safety card, and I hope that you continue to do your best as far as safety advocacy is concerned. Well done.
Right, Michael, please come forward.
Here is your safety card. Please show it to everyone again that you are now an ambassador of Safety Commission in Lagos State. Please keep it on.
Bakari kindly come forward very quickly. And we also have Engineer Shokoti come forward. Shokoti as we round up.
This is your safety card. I have no doubt which is your profession. Electrician, no, in fact, what we have is a fire caused by maybe electrical spark and whatever. Please ensure that you use quality wear, quality things that will ensure that you don't have any accidents in Lagos. Thank you and be a good ambassador.
Engineer Shokoti, okay, installation works from electrician.
These are people we are looking for. A lot of people like that we are looking for. Please be a good ambassador, not only of the association, but of course of the Safety Commission, by ensuring that you use quality and durable connections, materials, so that going forward, Lagos can be free of fire, can be free of accidents, and we can say, let's go back and now award them properly those electrical associations of Nigeria. Thank you.
Kò sáwọn tí ò gbọ́ ìjọba ìgbọ́ràn sí ìjọba lẹ́nu bí o, ó yá ìmàkà wíṣù. It's not a toy o, it is a job. So as you get whistle, know that you are getting a job. Don't keep quiet when you see hazard. I think Her Excellency will just give one more and okay. Thank you very much. God bless you. Step aside. Please make a space for Her Excellency. Can we rise?
Please shall we rise to lead Her Excellency. Thank you.
These are the safety ambassadors, safety accredited agents. Just line up. Line up. Line up. Line up. Àwọn ọmọ wẹ́wẹ́ wa wọ́n ti kọ́ wọn. Àwọn ọmọ tẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá wọn òbí wọn náà wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe homework safety. These are the accredited safety agents, safety professionals of Nigeria.
Whatever it is that will harm you in the course of that activity, you must be able to see it before it happens and then you put in control.
On behalf of the Chief of Air Staff and my branch chief, actually we have a safety course going on, and then we're told that there's another safety seminar going here, and we took the advantage of just coming around to see what's happening. And collaborate and come further. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Everybody got Safety Advocacy and Empowerment Foundation. My own area is practically is not every organization that is expected to have a safety director and came up with a policy. I pray none of
Okay, let me just go ahead. I will pray. My questions are this. What are so
And if you do not have enough competence or capability to do that, report to the government. There is a body that will deal with the issue. So therefore, I want to round it up, and I would not want to go into vote of thanks, because that is being slated for somebody to do. But I just want to say a real huge thank you to all the stakeholders that are here, all the supporters of this kind of dream. The deputy governor was wondering and saying, look, we need to make sure